Hey lovelies, it's Kate. Welcome to another speed build. In this speed build I'm building an alien base on a 20 by 20 lot on the world of Sixam. So as you can probably tell by now, this speed build is a little bit different from what I'm usually building. So in case you are out of the loop and you have no idea what's going on here, let me quickly explain. With the Sims 4 Get to Work expansion pack, we got aliens and a hidden alien world, and this is the world of Sixam. You can access Sixam by leveling up a sim to level 10 of the scientist career, and then you can buy the electroflux wormhole generator and your sim is able to upgrade it, and then he or she can use this object to travel to Sixam. And usually it's not possible to build there, it just actually has the purpose of just discovering and collecting stuff there, all these kind of gems and crystals around, as you can maybe see. So this is kind of just a fun place to explore, but you can use a cheat which makes it actually possible to build there, and this cheat is bb.enablefreebuild. You just enter this. There's no need to enter the testing cheats enable cheat before. You can just enter bb.enablefreebuild and you can start building if you want to, or place a lot there. And I just kind of felt inspired to build something like this because I've never done this before. And as you can see, this build is a little bit weird. I was going for something that doesn't look like a build that you would expect in the real world or in The Sims at all. I wanted this to look like a alien's spaceship, I don't know, like completely weird. So I really wanted to do the world of Sixam justice, and when you take a look around, when you focus on the background a little bit, it's such a beautiful world. It's super stunning. There are these amazing fluorescent kind of mushrooms and different things that everything is kind of glowing, and it's always dark. No matter how you change the time, night, day, morning, it's always dark. And I kind of had a problem with that at first, because when you build something, even if you use lots of lights, it's super dark. And at first I didn't even kind of see what was going on, but I kind of found a workaround for this. I just used this wallpaper and floor that is part of Spa Day, and it's glowing. So the wallpaper itself is glowing, and as you can see, the build is very much visible in the dark world of Sixam. I feel like you cannot really achieve this level of brightness even with a lot of lamps when it's dark in this game, so this was kind of perfect. And this wallpaper and floor are available in different colors, but I was just going for the white one because I really wanted to have almost a very minimalistic kind of style. This reminds me a little bit of the style of The Sims 3 Into the Future, kind of futuristic, very modern and very minimalistic, and I really like how this turned out. I still wanted this to look crazy because after all, this is an alien build, so I combined all these round shapes with a triangular roof shape, and for the round shape I simply used a round piece of foundation. And as you know, there are different ones available, the ones without a fence, and then you have, I think, 3 ones that already have a fence attached to them, and you have to use the ones with a fence attached. You place it, you make it 1 tile smaller on both sides, and then you just combine 4 of them and you have a perfect circle. And this is something that I sometimes like to do as some type of roof, and I think this is really the eye catch of the build, the round shape at the top. And I also used a half circle to create this amazing balcony here, and I used the Get Famous pristine pedestal just as some type of fence almost. I had already added a fence, it's a base game fence, but I felt like there was just something missing. And as you guys know, I really like to add a lot of detail, but this was kind of difficult because I couldn't use too much stuff, because I don't know, other stuff that I would usually use, maybe flowers and all that, I couldn't really use that because this was just such a very specific weird kind of style that I really had to kind of step out of my comfort zone. So I really had to come up with a way to make this look very detailed and special without just using the stuff that I always use. Of course, I still had to use a couple of shelves. I used the white base game shelf. We had received the white swatch a while ago, so I had to use this at some points, but other than that, I kind of tried to use other things. For example, a get-together object that I placed inside the glass roofs on the side. You can see it here. It's a shield. It's called Uranus shield or something like that, and just a decoration piece. I've used this for one of my modern mansions in the past, where I just placed it all around a round foundation, so I was able to kind of create a custom fence all around it, and it's a really cool object for anything that's really modern or kind of futuristic even. And I used these crystals that are part of Get to Work inside these glass roofs, but I'm going to change that later, and I decided to use some of the mushrooms. So as I said, Sixam and aliens were introduced in the Get to Work expansion pack, so of course you can find all kinds of different alien related things in this pack. These mushrooms, for example, and these really weird alien world plants, and you just have to enter the bb.show hidden object sheet so you can use these. The same goes for the crystals, I think, and I decided to use these mushrooms because they are blue, and this is kind of the color theme that I was going for. I combined a lot of blue and purple. The purple is just the light. I just went into a live mode and changed the color of all the lights on the exterior to purple, so I would kind of have a little contrast going on. This build is just 100% white, and the same goes for the interior. I was really going for something that's super weird, something that you would never usually build or see, so I used the same floor and wallpaper everywhere. The only exception is this wall here and a wall in the kitchen, but I really wanted this to look almost like an alien spaceship or something. So really weird, really uncommon, really unusual. I also didn't use a ton of clutter because I was going for that very clean alien spaceship look, so I really tried to keep it very simple. And because I only used this one wall color and floor, I decided to use some accent colors. So the purple light in the exterior definitely helps with this. It just makes the build look more versatile and interesting. And I used the Get Famous stairs on the inside, as you can see. These are available in different swatches, and I used a blue one because I had already used a lot of blue on the exterior, the mushrooms and all that, so I felt like this would be a little pop of color on the interior at least. I didn't change the light color on the interior though, because I felt like this would be too much. When you are on the interior and you are actually playing, you just want to have a normal light situation. I mean, there's no problem with kind of changing the color for some corners of the house or some rooms, but I really wanted this to be still kind of playable and manageable, so I didn't do that, and I decided to add just kind of bookshelves in the front and a TV and just this spotty waterfall. The whole interior is super weird, but I did that intentionally because otherwise it wouldn't feel like a kind of alien house, because on the outside it's super weird, and when you just furnish it the normal way, just like a regular kind of modern minimalistic interior, then this would be kind of boring, because then it would just kind of be fake with a very kind of futuristic exterior, and then you have a very basic interior, and I didn't want that, so I just kind of tried something different. This house has 2 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms. 2 of the bathrooms have a bathtub, but the one at the bottom is just a toilet and a sink, so technically it's 2 fully functional, fully furnished kind of bathrooms, and the one at the bottom is just a guest bathroom with a toilet. But I felt like this house is small, so I kind of tried to include as much as possible, and furnishing the bedrooms was kind of tricky because there wasn't that much space at all. This is a 20 by 20 lot, so it's super small actually, and it was really difficult. I still decided to add 2 beds to the kids' room because I felt like then at least 4 Sims could live in this house, or 4 aliens in this case. And again, I kept this very simple, minimalistic, not too much clutter, so I could kind of stay within the spaceship theme, but I still added a couple of rugs to make it at least a little bit homey and all that, so it looks a little bit inviting. I added a couple of benches to the balcony, and then I was done. So this is it, guys. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If so, please like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. You can find all the information in the description box in case you want to download this lot in the gallery, and I hope I see you in the next video. Bye bye.